Hi, thanks for watching. My name's Rich Tehrani, and we are in the TMC newsroom. Today we are reporting from the Cloud Expo. It's the 5th annual event in the Jacob Javits Center in Manhattan. On our program today, we've got Duke Skarda, who is with The Planet. And Duke, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you today?
I am doing exceptionally well. I had a nice brisk walk from Grand Central Station to Jacob Javits Center, and it's a crisp day, and excited to learn more about your company and your keynote. You had a keynote yesterday, right?
I did, yeah. It was great. 3:30 yesterday afternoon, had a great crowd. Everyone was still energized. Talked about a couple of different things yesterday. Really want to talk about the way our company is sort of approaching the cloud. And we believe that there's an awful lot of hype out there about exactly what the cloud does today, and that's a good thing because it brings a lot of extra people to the discussion. But it also confuses customers, and our first concern and our priority is producing a product that really meets our customers' needs.
And so, when you talk about the cloud, do you see that there's differentiation of classes between the kinds of users that are on cloud systems?
We do, and in fact, that's a lot of what I talked about yesterday was looking at the use cases. Our contention is that to really get the value out of the cloud, if you look at what's promised in the periodicals and in emails that you get from vendors today, you can get everything from zero capex, so no capex, no software, all at a lower cost than what you pay today, with disaster recovery built in and fault tolerance all kind of thrown into the mix. And we believe it's really hard for the normal company to achieve all of that. So what we try to look at are use cases and try to talk to our customers about what are you really trying to accomplish in the cloud. So there's kind of a use case at one end of the spectrum that's all about software as a service. And that's certainly cloud, and that's a whole different use case and a whole different customer set than our customers, which really are looking at infrastructure as a service, and that's much more fundamental and sort of foundational. You're getting a piece of a hardware, a piece of a CPU with some memory associated with it. It's much more difficult to make use of that than it is just software where you sign up and sign in, and you can start using the tax software that you get or something like that.
So, describe a little bit more how a company decides which of those areas they fit in, whether they need the software as a service or whether they need a platform as a service.
Yeah, well, it depends on what they're trying to accomplish. As an IT manager, when you begin to run out of data center space and you have a decision that you need to make, and you've got to put together a business case, and you've got to talk to your superiors about whether or not you want to invest in more colo space or in more raised floor space at your office. You also now need to consider whether or not you just want to sort of expand into the cloud. So as a data center manager or an IT manager, you really want to be thinking about those sort of scenarios. If you're a business user, you're a small business owner, and you don't really want to have a technical staff, and you don't have a technology background, you don't really want anything to do with that. You want to be thinking about software as a service and solutions that you can get right off the street. You can go sign up, and they begin working for you with minimal configuration. You don't have to know anything about the servers that it's running on, whether it's housed in San Francisco or Dallas or London. You just need the functionality of your software.
And so how do you differentiate your company from other companies that are providing services that are cloud-based?
So we're very much infrastructure focused. And in the infrastructure as a service arena, we also see sort of a differentiation there in what people are looking for. There are, strict developers, software companies who, they just want a little space for a couple hours a week or, a couple weeks where they want to run some experiments, or maybe they want to take advantage of low cost at 2 a.m, low cost computing. That's not really our target customer. There's, API-driven platforms out there that are really focused on that kind of development. Our target customer is more of a production web application, where the company's business runs on the web, and they have a website that needs to be up 24/7. It's a hardened website, and they might even have a lot of dedicated hardware today that they run that site with.
Right.
And as they expand, or maybe they have events, where they need to scale up for a month or two, they want to buy some cloud services from us. And maybe they've got an experimental product that they're not exactly sure if it's going to take off or not. So they want to be able to deploy that in the cloud. And if it runs away and it's a great success, then they can scale up quickly. We believe, though, over time, in talking with our customers, that they really want sort of a hybrid environment where they can move back and forth between dedicated and cloud servers and have a good combination of those to meet the needs of a production application.
So allowing you to scale really quickly, allowing you to not have that massive CapEx associated with a new project.
That's right. That's right. With an experimental project especially, where you're just not sure what's going to happen with it.
So really, I mean, the cloud is unleashing greater levels of creativity because
absolutely
companies are able to go out and just lease a little bit of time or hardware or CPU cycles depending on whatever their needs are, I guess.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It's great for creativity, for experimenting with market trials. We see a lot of marketing companies who want to put out 4 different kind of campaigns, and they're not sure which of those campaigns is really going to hit. So you don't want to go out and over purchase hardware. You want to kind of buy just enough, and then when one of those is a terrific hit, then you can scale up just that one and sort of cancel the others. And you paid for servers for 3 weeks while you sort of ran those experiments.
And what's next for the company?
Well, what's next for the company? Our product right now is in beta. We have over 500. Our cloud product is in beta. We have over 500 customers on it. You'll see announcements. In fact, just yesterday, Monday yesterday, we had an announcement with one of our partner groups, the Linux Foundation.